Mr. Pete. Or Mr. McNeil, whichever one. Mr. Hennessy. And Ms. Robin, you can take over whenever your computer comes up if you want to.
All right, keep on.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to start, I have my architects here actually for all but one. We're going to start in a following order and just go from there. So in Independence Leadership, with Green from Domain, followed by Punch to the Hall with Holly and Smith, followed by Chessbro with Alvin Fairbairn, and followed by Lucille Neeson, which is Coleman Partners, but I will be presenting that.
I'm Weston Dillon, Director of Design at Domain Architecture, and I'm speaking on behalf of us and our joint venture with Greenleaf Architects. We're excited to share progress on the new classroom building at Independence Leadership Academy. The project includes 8 classrooms, 6 of which is designated for pre-K and kindergarten, and 2 of which are designated for special education. It also has teacher break rooms and 2 administrative offices in the building. As of September 19th, we submitted the schematic design package that you see above. And we're currently waiting feedback and approval to move on into the design development phase. The construction budget was $3.7 million, and our current cost estimated based on the schematic design is $3.67 million, so we're just under budget. And as we move forward, we'll continue to monitor the cost. Looking ahead, we plan to complete construction documents by early next year and breaking ground somewhere in May. We anticipate a 10-month construction timeline, so that would put substantial completion somewhere around March of 2027.
Any questions? Go back over the timeline one more time for us.
So we should finish construction documents by early next year, sometime in January. It will be a groundbreaking in May, and then substantial completion by March of 2027.
Okay. It's going to take until January to get the construction documents?
Yes, we just started the process. We just started schematic design.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I can't pull that. Go ahead, man.
All right, so let's see. We are actually within our schematic design process right now, so we're set to turn in the estimate package on the 14th, a week away from now. So I guess if you can go to the next slide. There you go. So basically the addition is on the east side of the existing school. There's the 300 wing. You see there in dark gray. And we are showing the new addition extending to the east. It's a 2-story addition with 18 classrooms. It's connected with a conditioned connector, similar to what the rest of the buildings are connected together. And then there's the cafeteria that goes off to the south with the kitchen. We are showing a future carport extension just there to the bottom of the screen. That's basically where the limestone is now, where the buses park and the teachers park. And then eventually extending to that limestone driveway to the left there. If you can keep scrolling, we can show them the floor plan. So this is a floor plan. The spaces in yellow, the typical classrooms. It's a typical conventional school layout. It's got a 15-foot wide corridor, which is consistent with the rest of the school. Each classroom has an enclosed storage closet. The spaces in red are mechanical, electrical, and data. Spaces in orange are the teacher workroom, office, and storage. To the top of the page is the cafeteria with approximately 520-ish seats, and then a full kitchen off to the left.
To the size of the kitchen at O.W. Dillon.
We're also showing a fenced-in area. This addition is not connected to the rest of the outdoor spaces that the rest of the school pretty much is enclosed within the footprint of all the rest of the buildings. So we're showing a fence that extends from the very top of the cafeteria all the way to the right to the 300 wing for some outdoor seating. There's a porch also, or I guess you would call it a porch, to the right of the cafeteria space. If you can go to the next slide, I'll show the second floor. This is the second floor, and it's basically a repeat of the front half of the first floor. If you go to the next slide, we've got some renderings. These are the elevations. As you can see, it's matching the rest of the architecture of the existing school buildings, just 2 stories. If you keep going to the next one. And then here you see 3D views from the front facing Highway 22 on the top, and then the bottom image is the backside with the outdoor seating area.
The big building.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's about 40,000 square feet, plus or minus.
Soon to ask for an opinion of cost.
We're working on it. We'll have it done by the 14th.
Think we're going to be in the ballpark?
I think we will, yeah.
Can you scroll all the way up to the top page? Just curious. I want to see one more thing.
Site plan?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Go, go back down. Right there. See, I know we had some options with the
Yeah.
dumpsters. I just wanted to make
Right.
sure this was the right one.
So this one, you could see the dumpsters are going to be accessed from the front instead of going through the parking lot. That'll allow us to build a thicker concrete access way than trying to go through that old existing concrete back there.
And I know we don't have the rendering cost amount yet, but if possible, if we're still in budget, I know we're removing a connecting road that connects that driveway to the parking lot.
That's right, that's right.
We would, I know, speaking with the principals and stuff, that we were, it might not be in this phase, might have to be in another one, but connecting these parking lots for when we have basketball games, football games, that helps that traffic flow out.
Yeah.
Next to that sidewalk, I just want to make sure that that's planned out before, that way we know we're safe to use that sidewalk with a roadway there.
Well, I would think you'd probably want to connect the parking lots over here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about? Okay, yeah.
But
okay.
have you had that sidewalk? I just want to make sure that we have enough rendered space
Oh, yeah, yeah.
to do that.
There's enough space.
Okay.
I actually went and looked at it this morning. So what you can't really see is that the cafeteria encroaches into the existing concrete a little bit.
Right.
We lose, within the existing concrete, we lose 36 parking spaces that we have to reassign somewhere else. So I was looking at this area, there's plenty of room over here to add more parking. I know that.
I know it don't sound like a lot, but when you got basketball games,
No, I know.
that helps with that especially with them building that roundabout.
Right,
That flow of traffic is going to be really important.
gotcha, yeah.
Where is the extra parking that you were considering?
It would have to go over here.
What about, all right, so we had mentioned this the other day, so Joey, I don't think that's a sidewalk, right? That's a road that.
Yeah, this is a road,
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so that's going to be, I thought it was,
But it's a service road, that's not meant to be an
But it's-
open road.
It's
We'd
not
have
going
to
to be
do
open, though, for traffic,
and that's,
only for, it's going to gate,
It
I mean,
could
so
be
people can't go, right?
emergency.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do what Joey's saying, I would think you might want to incorporate something separate in there.
Okay. If we lined up parking, just assuming that was a road, you could line up parking all the way down that strip.
Yeah,
Could you
I mean,
not?
it could be a road. I said it wasn't a road, but
It's two birds
it's,
with one stone.
we
Put a
were
road there.
showing it as more of a service, where
Yeah.
they put all the dumpsters and
Right.
get deliveries. But no, it could be a future,
It could be a one-way exit for the,
yeah, for sure, yeah.
Right.
as a
And
one-way exit. 'cause
Yeah.
It's a one-way road.
Yeah, absolutely,
But
yeah.
it's got to be fenced,
Yeah,
though.
right now it's fenced.
but like
It's
you
got to be
said,
fenced on the side of the road where people can go down the road, but not into the kitchen dumpster
But you could
area.
open it.
but you could open it for like a
Yeah.
football game, basketball game, you could open that as a
Right.
exit.
And I think if that's something that the board wants to do, we need to
Yeah,
adjust
definitely.
slightly from what we're showing here.
I think with overflow, because I mean, especially with that roundabout, I know a lot of people use that to get to the other side of the school to get on to 22, so it kind of separates the traffic.
Right.
I know they use that right now. And if we close it off, now everybody's going to that circle, or everybody's
Yeah.
going down the back way, and it's going to create a big.
We can do it.
Okay, one quick question. If we're pouring concrete, I feel like that would be the best time to, if we're going to have a road there, make a road there, correct?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, but I'd like to hear from Dr.
Otherwise-
Caminiti, because I don't want to, change this. I don't know how much she's been in this. In fact, would you mind coming up, Dr. Enifit? Just to make sure if that's something that we did add, that we're not going against what your plans are. Hey, by the way, how are you?
Hey,
Good afternoon. Happy to be here. Yes, we absolutely need a road to divert traffic, as
Right
Mr.
here.
Piazza said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, make
Now,
that a real
closing
road.
it off, I think, is important during the instructional day, because we're going to do the single-point entry, of course. We want to keep that as tight as possible, but I definitely think that would help alleviate some traffic if that was open for game nights and those kinds of things.
Okay. Last question. If you're losing 36 spots, I know parking for students is already, there's not enough spots. So, Pierre, since we're pouring concrete, like I mentioned, and again, I'm not sure if this road will be open at all times, but could we pour parking spots the entire length of that road?
This one right here, like off to the
Yeah,
side.
like off to
It-
the side there.
Yeah.
Right. It might be a good idea to do cafeteria parking there. I know we have some ladies that have handicap accessible, that need handicap accessible spots. That would be most appropriate, and even teachers in that new wing to walk right across and get into the building. So I think rather than student parking, that should potentially be faculty and staff parking.
Faculty, okay. All right.
The staff is currently utilizing some of those spaces that we're losing, correct?
Robin's in charge.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I'm raising my hand and they're just busting in, just so y'all know. So at the very end of the diagram, the little circle for part, it says, I think it says revise existing limestone. So is that what's there? Because there is a lot of grass yet that could actually be parking at the end of what's the limestone now?
Right, that's right. So what we're showing with this heavy hatch right here, that's the existing limestone. So, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of parking. You can fit a whole nother section between whatever can't remember what the name of that road is. Is that what you're talking about, Miss Rose?
At the
Right
very end
here?
of the existing cement down by the gym.
Right.
If you go in, like, to the far left, that little circle, gray little spot right there.
Yeah, that right there?
So is that
Yeah.
the existing limestone?
That
Or
is
is that
the-
going to be?
that's
okay.
the existing
So you see how
limestone.
much green there is? There is a
Yes.
lot of grass that could
Yes.
actually be more limestone
Yes.
or cement or whatever.
Yes, right. I went and looked at it this morning, and it's got some trees on it, but they're not anything,
Yeah.
they're not live oaks.
No, well, there is an area though that doesn't have any trees at the very closest to the
Yeah.
driveway. But, so my other thing while I have the floor,
Mm-hmm.
if we could move all of the buses out of the front parking lot, we could actually use the parking lot. So when we buy some property to make a bus barn and relocate those buses either to the back field, or somewhere else, I don't know, there's got to be something we can come up with to do something with all those buses that are in the parking lot, and then we wouldn't have to build parking lot. Just throwing it out there.
Hear you.
All right, anybody else have questions? Because we have a lot to get through on capital.
Thank y'all.
Man, that's what
All right, go ahead, Mr. Jerry.
You did say that the cafeteria is fully the kitchen is fully functioning, right? It's a
Right.
cooking station.
Right, that's right,
Are
yeah.
we planning on cooking there, or is this going to be a satellite for the high school? I'm asking this for now.
Well,
I know you won't know the answer to this.
the cafeteria part of it is also going to be like a multi-purpose, because there is no multi-purpose other, to fit all the students even in, but the cafeteria, well, they'll cook and feed. The back cafeteria is cooking and feeding, there's 2,200 students, and there's really not enough space to cook and do it all. And if we continue to satellite to the other school, we are satelliting now to DC Reeves, so
This would help.
yeah, it would definitely help.
And the current cafeteria is overpopulated at the
Yes,
moment.
yeah.
When we spoke at the drawings, Right now, they're having issues scheduling because there's so many kids per lunch.
Yeah.
This will help separate that, where two
Yeah.
kitchens can actually operate and split the duties of.
Yeah, well, I'm not questioning the cafeteria part of it.
But yes,
it's Cooking full, yeah.
So we are gonna be, we're gonna actually turn that into a cooking station.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a
Fully functional
fully
kitchen.
functioning kitchen, yeah. Yeah.
And thank you, Mr. Hall, Mr.
Well, you didn't give us a timeline.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
We'll have SD. I don't have the schedule with me. Do you have it? Get that back to you. I don't have it right now.
I think we signed the ground paper, like the survey, do all the
Right.
surveys. That was signed last week, I think. The DocuSign, I got a copy today, so, I
Right.
mean, all that's got to be done before you do anything.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Yeah,
true.
Okay.
Yep.
We're looking at the price, that's what I'm.
And one last thing, Robin, listen, guys, and I hear everybody elaborating on the parking, and I could not agree more. But we have several schools that need parking spots. And we have buses parking in the grass over at Greenwood Park Academy.
They're
That
everywhere.
we have several places that could use parking spaces. While we're just busy spending money, why don't we just put parking spaces? Why don't we just do the parking for all of us? And I'm
Mr.
saying
Jeff,
this,
he says
and I
while
know
we're
that we're not
busy
on that
spending
right
money.
now. But this is a thing that brings up to me, makes me feel a little bit objectionable about expanding and just spending money on parking spaces when we have a project here before us. I think we need to maybe table that discussion about parking spaces for another time when we talk about putting parking spaces on all the campuses.
Well, what he's saying is, we are taking the parking lot, part of the parking lot for this building. And there is already a limited amount of parking currently. So we have to do something to accommodate what we've taken away, is what,
I don't
that's what
dis-
we're talking about. We're
I
not
don't
talking about,
disagree with you. I don't disagree
Yeah.
with you. I'm just saying that
All right.
parking is an issue that needs to be addressed, and we should not include that in this project, but we should discuss it as a parking lot discussion for all
All right,
schools.
thank you.
If I may interject, I do believe something that'll help out with that is budgeting. So if the project comes back within budget as it is now, the budget is what's mainly going to determine whether or not how much we can do. Right now, we don't want to exceed what the funds that are allocated currently. Right now, we're just going to replace what we're deleting, and then we'll just go from there.
All
Any
right.
more questions?
Who's going to be giving us an update on NESOM?
Yeah, that's that. Avon Fairbairn with Chesbro, then followed by Nissan.
Members of the board, I'm Gene Elazar with Alvin Fairburn and Associates. I'm the architect for Chesbro Elementary 10 classroom addition. We're hopefully going to be able to provide 10 classrooms. It originally called for 8. The budget right now, we look like we can provide 10. We are finished with programming phase. We're in schematic design phase. We have the survey field work done. We have the geotech field work done. I'm waiting on those reports. Those are real important because in Chesbro, at the end of the school, I'm adding almost 10 feet of fill. So I'm concerned with what that existing dirt is on that.
So the
property.
10 feet
10 feet
of fill,
of fill.
where the slope's off in the back?
Correct.
Okay.
It may be 9, but we're looking at 10.
Welcome to the north.
Oh, it's a beautiful site, beautiful site. So we're currently in the schematic design phase, waiting on those reports to come back. The target date I think y'all would be concerned about is going out for bid in March of next year. That's currently what's on the schedule.
And then what are you estimating the construction time to be? Or do you have that yet?
We're looking at a year.
Okay. So
The
March to
budget's,
March?
the budget's $4 million, we're looking at 3.6 right now, so we think we can afford the extra 2 classrooms.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I'm happy to hear you next.
Mr. Toll, any questions?
Thank you.
This is Midway. This is Midway, I mean.
Mr. Page, which school did you say was next? Neeson, okay.
Neeson?
So at Neeson, this here is the site plan. We have we started with 8 classroom addition, but I think we made some alterations in the beginning to upsize it to a 10 classroom addition because it came back well under budget. So currently this is what we have. From our previous meeting, the building was further back to the planned northeast side, west side of the existing building, and we moved it in the center of the campus as asked. If you can go to the next page. And here is just your typical classroom layout. Have 10 classrooms, 5 on each side of the corridor, and I believe 2 of which are for the special education, if I'm not mistaken, and just your teacher's lounge and other support spaces. That's pretty much it. Currently, budget-wise, we're at 3.6, I believe, out of 4.2 million. After we return commits on this project here, if you all have any tonight, I believe we would be looking to get to proceed into the design development, which will probably be getting construction documents back for this project here to go out to bid December, early January. We'll probably start advertising. Build time for this project is also a year. Any questions? About to get through.
We're going to Woodland Park. Mm-hmm.
See some walls. Good sign. Rocking and rolling over there.
That picture's up.
Phase 2. So yes, that building is currently under construction. I think we have right at a year of build time there also. I did not get a chance to pull up the schedule to see around about where we are with completion date, but if I had to think, it'll probably be about this time next year. And that's just winging it. As you see now, all the walls are currently up at that building. I believe we got truss in the other days. The rain did delay us there, so I think they're looking to start installing truss on next week. That's pretty much where we at on that project.
Any questions on Woodland Park? All right, Mr. Page, we can move on to the gym HVACs.
HVACs. Give me 1 second, please. I'm just gonna go down the list, and if y'all hear something, just stop me. Started with Hammond High Gym. They've currently installed a lot of the ductwork actually, but we're still ongoing there. I know we had to work through some structural issues and the penetrations for where those units are going, but we're still looking at about, I want to say April of next year for to have the units up and going. It could be sooner depending on when the units make it to the site. Let's see. At Perrin and Neeson, I'm currently working with Entergy on those 2 schools. We're getting their guys out to install power. At Champ Cooper, I believe they were there today to start installing their electrical hookups. So the contractor will be out sometime this week to finish up that project. With the Roseland, Spring Creek, and Sumner, the units are currently running. I'm just waiting on some paperwork to come in so we can get this project wrapped up and bring substantial completion in front of you all for approval. At Amid High, coordinated with Entergy on that also. At Natal Benny, we actually received one of the last units for some interior work at the corridors. They've gotten that installed, so we should be wrapping that up also. At Independence High, we was working through some special system issues with the fire alarm. I believe we got some of that sorted out, so we're currently progressing with that. Those units are up and running at Independence High also. At Laranja Middle School, we got those units up and running this past weekend. So we'll be winding that project down also. Amite West Side is currently operational. We have statute of completion for you all tonight. Did I miss any?
Hey, Theron, I was just going to ask, and I know we've seen this many times, but is there a way that you could possibly this evening or tomorrow at some point just give us a list of every gym and say done or an estimated completion date? And if you want to send that maybe once a month or something like that, instead of having to show up here or us having to dig through, you know, the emails that we get, because we do get status updates sometimes, but that would be an easy, quick email. If it came from you, we'd know what we're looking at. Is that something you can do?
Something I could definitely do.
All right, sweet. That would be really easy, I think, unless y'all want something otherwise.
No, that's a good idea. That way, when our constituents ask,
Yeah, when
how
they ask,
long is
we'll
it
just
going to
look
be,
up
we
your
can
old
have
email.
it in writing.
I know that's been one of the most talked about things in my area. You know, once Sumner got open, this year, at the beginning of school, we had every event we could think of in that gym because they were so happy to have AC, so it was nice.
Okay, we're moving on to C, update on any other projects?
And while we're on that, please, if you're asked by something, some of the gyms, we're not lowering it down to 70 because they have to slowly bring those down. So there's a reason the thermostats are locked for them not, the other thing is when these are operational, you don't necessarily want that gym to be 70 degrees. We're not trying to make them cold, we're trying to make them not hot.
Right.
So be aware of that. It's not good for facilities to be too cold. We get into all kinds of microbial growth when you keep it too cold. We want to have cool gyms, not cold gyms.
Can I ask you something about that? So are these, you know how our buildings, our auditoriums are on a timer or whatever? Are the gyms like, can anybody just go in there and turn them on off, or what? How does that work?
Right now, they're on 24-hour because they're having to adjust the buildings for having that. But
Mhm.
we're working with control companies because we want to get everything on control.
Yeah, that's what I was.
We found wings of schools that all of the controls default back to 60 degrees, and we've had issues. We've had some where they can't turn it on, can't turn it off, and yet we were trying to come to you with a solution to get system-wide control. My dream is that a teacher in her classroom, if she's too hot, she can turn it down. But in an hour or two, or whenever school, it defaults back to a normal number. If they're too cold, they can turn it up a little bit, but it won't be just off. Okay, so we're trying to get there.
Yeah, because, you know, like the auditoriums, you know, if you're having a function, you have to put in a request, make sure they come on, that kind of thing.
We want overrides at the school where they can turn it on, don't have to call
Okay,
somebody.
good.
But we also need to have remote control, and
Yeah.
we need to have schedules to where we don't have them off too long or on too long.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to move on to C now. Mr. Page, we're going to go to updates on any other projects you got going on.
Projects.
Tell me more you got.
So I'm going to start off with Laranja Girls Locker Room. That project is currently underway.
Which one?
Laranja Girls Locker Room,
Oh,
high school.
Yep.
It's finished, you said?
No, it's underway.
It's on the way. Oh, I thought you said it was out of the way.
Underway.
Do you have an expected finish date on that one?
I do, but I don't have it in front of me. If I had to guess, it would be October. No, we're in October. November, December. Because we're real close. I think right now we're currently waiting on some more flooring to come in so we can start installing those items. Along with the lockers, all of this is expected to arrive mid to late October. That's pretty much on that school with.
The substantial completion on that one is December 8th.
Excuse me. Now we also have what's the school name? O.W. Dillon Carpool, which we're going to get to that, I believe, on another item. So I'll just hold off on that one. tracks. The tracks we're currently in design currently, we've talked with all the coaches to see about their expectations and what they would like to incorporate. If it comes in within budget, we would do it. If not, we have to figure out another solution.
What track are we talking about?
Tracks, Jules Sumner, Ponchatoula High, and Hammond High.
Resurfacing their
Not
track.
new tracks.
Not new
Fixing
tracks.
What
the
about
ones we have.
I was gonna say, where are we putting the track
The
at?
resurfacing, what were you saying? We couldn't hear you.
They are currently in design.
Okay.
It depends on what they design.
I thought they'd been in design a while.
No, they have not.
Because that track was built
That it, Mr. Page?
developed property.
Have
So
any timeline on that tracks?
Not at the moment, I do
Okay.
not. For the most part, yes, I do believe that's it. If I've missed anything, please excuse me. It's a lot of projects.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
They're moving along. Thank you so much.
yep.
All right. Mr. McNeely? Consider approval for designs of OW Dillon carpool canopies.
So we recently added a car stack line at OW Dillon, and it's kind of rerouting how the students are arriving and departing. It used to go this way, and now it goes this way. But there's never been a canopy there for the students loading or unloading. So we would like permission to get Gasaway to work on. We think it's going to be about $150,000 for the whole project. So before we spend money on design, we'd like to know the board's wishes as far as the concept of the project. We believe it's worthwhile project to have a canopy everywhere. And this is a school, I don't think it has one at all. They have one for the bus area, but
No,
they
the
don't
bus
have one for
area.
the car line.
Yeah, but on the car line side, right now, it's where the carpool comes in and drops off. I was told before you came, that it was originally in the design to have one, but we never got that one. So then, now with the new coming the other way, we're gonna have to have something there.
Do we need to inform?
I don't know.
Yes,
I just,
motion to
yeah,
approve
thank
for
you.
design.
Okay.
Second. Oh, Janice, you want a second?
I'll second it.
Let Janice be the second on there, please, Ms. Mayor. I don't want to take her project.
I'll call for a vote, Ms. Amanda.
Yeah.
If I call you Miss Cindy, don't get
Don't worry
mad.
about it. Yeah.
It's just habit.
And there's another one.
Voting is open.
Nothing has popped up.
I don't see it yet. It's a yes for me.
We'll have to do a verbal.
Yeah.
It's not electronically going through.
Okay. Yes,
Just do a roll call.
yeah.
Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
We're,
Over here
I'm sorry, I'm
distracted. He's
distracted. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, the next item is regarding Kentwood High School football stadium. Let me explain a little bit. So there were some dark spots on the field, and so we got a maintenance price quote from Mr. Baptiste. Good gracious. From Mr. Baptiste, that's right here in front of me. And it was $26,500 to realign the lights that are existing. We went ahead and got quotes as well to replace, while somebody was having to climb up the poles and do all that, to see what the price comparison would be
to go ahead and put LED lights in the stadium. And the price for that came back at $128,000, which Marks Electric was the low bidder out of 4 electrical contractors. So I'm just coming to the board because the $128,000 would require board approval and court approval. You need a motion.
One thought. Well, I'll get the motion.
So if we're just going to realign them, I really don't need you to do anything, because we have approval
I
for
make a
that.
motion that we replace.
Yeah. Second.
But with that, one question, can we purchase the lights ourselves and just get him to do the labor on the install and the aiming, which would get it below the 125?
No, because the whole project, material and labor is added together for the project, for the.
No, but that's what I'm saying,
for
let's take the
court.
materials out, buy it in-house, and then just like we did Sumner, last time, we bought the lights and had them installed.
As a contractor myself, I would probably walk away from a customer if they wanted to do their own material and some.
We do it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, well,
We could do it up front.
That's a good idea.
No, I think we should let him.
So we can do that, but we have to do that before we put it out for bid. We put this out as a material and labor bid, and so we either need to accept this one or reject it.
Can we approve it for up to $124.99 so that we can save $3,000 in legal fees of getting court approval?
Yeah.
It was a quote that can be negotiated with the contractor.
Yes, ma'am.
So the first bid was if we're just going to adjust the lights and leave what we have there, adjust the lights. But we really we've already changed LEDs at other campuses, right? So is that what we're trying to do, change these lights? The whole project, the $128,000 is to change all of the lights, not adjust them, so the other thing you got on
Well,
here
you would
just
be
goes away.
adjusting and changing, because they still have to be
What they're trying to
positioned.
do, I guess, is, since we're doing this work and it needs to be done, we need to upgrade the lighting anyway, because.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be both bids. It's not both bids, though.
Not both. It's either
Right.
or.
So it's either the 128 or it's the 26. We're
Yeah.
not doing both.
Yeah.
And I would just say, the reason why I'm so quick to say replace them is, obviously, LED lights are brighter, they use less electricity, and our infrastructure's already suffering at all of our campuses as far as power with our feed. So using less electricity at the football stadium puts stress off of our system there. It's just a no-brainer.
And I think it's equitable. I mean, we're doing this across the parish as we can. I think.
I have a feeling with Mr. Baptiste, if we were to go with trying to realign, once you start trying to loosen up bolts and stuff and trying to adjust these lights, then we're going to be replacing them anyway. So best bet's to go ahead and pull the trigger.
Mr. Baptiste is here.
Projects, the alignment and then.
All right, so Tom made a motion, Janice second.
Subject to court approval. Well, if you made a substitute motion.
An alternative motion to amend it to
Renegotiate.
do 124,950 or whatever.
Renegotiate
He
this contract?
says that he can do it for $124,995.
Why don't we just?
Then we can
amend the motion.
You don't have to wait for 500.
Okay, Tom, you,
124.90.
all right, Tom, you want to amend the motion?
Yes.
Okay.
124,499.
That'll also allow us to do it quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take forever.
124,499.
You got that, Miss Amanda? $499.
Let the record indicate that lawyers came up with this idea.
$499. Yeah. Yeah.
Got it.
Don't tell our colleagues.
Motion to amend the quote.
Yes.
Don't tell our colleagues.
Mum's word.
We have a motion to amend, and then we have to.
All right.
So now we're
If
gonna,
Mr. Baptiste is willing to negotiate that price, I mean, that's good. Thank you, sir.
so we're gonna call for a vote on the amended motion.
Yes. Don't you have to vote on the amendment?
No, he amended his motion.
If you think
So
it's-
it's one-
It says that
One motion now.
the digital voting.
All right, so the motion to is
No, you gotta call it again.
approve Marks Electric for $124,995. $499, all right.
Yeah.
Call the roll.
Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you, Ms. Mark.
I have one quick, what's the timeline there? Mr. Baptiste? What's the timeline? Can we, mm-hmm.
It's a matter of getting the lights.
Would you do it
Don't
in
know
the
what the
middle of-
lead time is.
It don't take long. You can do it in
You
Monday
can have the
through
lights in
Thursday.
2 days.
Said he'll have the lights in 2 days.
Football field when they change
So,
it,
so these projects won't be approved until the board adopts the minutes for us to be able to issue the PO. So if y'all want to expedite these, then you would have to waive your
Well,
rules.
you're kind of in the middle of
that Mr.
football
Duncan-
season anyway. I mean.
Yeah, but if we can get them done.
The next two items are the ones that I'm more concerned with.
Maybe.
Well, ask Robin about.
Will
the
it mess
field
up,
when they change
yeah,
the
they
lights.
messed up Independence
No, no,
Field, I'd wait on that.
You
They
can do it
messed
during a away game.
They messed up.
I don't know who did Independence, but our field was tore up.
Oh, they tore the field up.
Right, the next.
No,
We're not doing polls or
Okay.
anything.
Let's do that at the board.
Huh?
We can expedite it at the board tonight if we need to.
Yes, we want to waive it
Yep.
and send, yeah.
So the next item is electrical for Kentwood High School. If you remember, several months ago, we were talking about the emergency electrical issues we were having at several schools. CSRS went in and we got electrical engineers to go through those, put together bid specs, and we went out for bid. And Marks Electric is the low bid of $240,000, $500,000, and we're recommending proceeding with that. And that is to replace the service at Kentwood High School.
Bless you. So
Isn't
moved.
isn't that right, Mark? Replacing the service.
Yes, second.
Mr. Toller made a motion, Ms. Janice second. Yes, sir.
I got one.
CSRS came up with the specs? Or
CSRS is handling the project as far as the engineers. So who was the engineer on that,
Thompson
Mark?
Luke? I think it was Thompson Luke and Associates, TLA.
Scroll up, he said it's on there.
There it is.
There it is, Thompson, Luke and Associates wound up doing putting the projects together.
Yes.
I had a question on this, and I'm glad Mr. Mark's here because he might be able to elaborate on it.
Mr. Baptiste, can you come forward, because they're not going to be able to get you on the,
Yeah,
making statements.
Is that motion
Looking-
for court approval too? Is that motion was for?
it's going to be both.
I didn't hear somebody say it yet.
When looking at the docs, if you look at Mr. Sharkey's stuff, just compared to the quote, I just want to make sure that they took that in consideration. I want to make sure that I'm reading it right. Under Mr. Baptiste's stuff, if you go down to page, I think it's 6, just want to make sure we're looking at that right. Scroll all the way down to that document. You have the cost at $240,500, but then you have the allowance and the generator. Would that not put him over the Sharkey price? Like, is that built into the 240, or is that separate line items that have to be accounted with
If
the
the generator's
240?
not used, the generator
Cost
cost
would
would
not
be in
increase.
there. That was a line item number that I had to include in that price, just to show what it would cost and what it wouldn't exceed. If that generator's not used, then Theron and Charlie and everybody else will know if the generator's used. This particular project, it's not going to even put you in a position where you may have to even use the generator. Unlike Neeson needed the schooling operation. This project here, it'll be worked building the service in 2 different locations during the day, and then coming back at night and you're changing the panel. So you can't change panels when kids are in school. That's
Right.
not going to happen.
Do you know how long it should take to get the panel in? Because I know the reason why it kind of threw the flag for me is you got a 21-day duration on this one, and then the other one was 114 days. I was just, no, and that's what I'm saying, though. They were very vastly different. I'm wondering.
I have a nationwide supplier that can get me my equipment,
Okay.
anything up to a 2,000 amp cabinet in 7 days.
Okay, that's why I was asking.
We'll be ourselves to get
Okay.
there.
So if we don't need the generator, it's not going to be, it's
You're
just.
not going to need the generator. I just had to put the number there because the specs
Right.
asked me to put a number there for it.
Okay. I was just curious. Like I said, I was looking at 2 numbers. I'm like, well, if you calculate these, we're above the other.
I can tell you, Amite Elementary, yeah, you will need a generator for that because there's going to be a certain type of power change over there. Kentwood High School, you're not going to need that. I'm in full control of when that power gets changed over at Kentwood High. A lot of the work at Kentwood is going to be happening at night. We have temporary power that we'll bring in lights for. Again, there's probably 8 panels maybe or so at Kentwood that has to be removed and replaced. We can't do any of that during school hours. I mean, it's like changing light fixtures in the classroom. We got to do it at night, not during the day.
Okay. So I guess back to your question, the bids, and I didn't look at that, but does Sharky's add that with their bid, or is that in addition to their bid? So are the numbers comparable?
And that's what I'm saying, in Sharky's bid, it's already included the generator, but he already has it built in whether he uses it or not. The difference is, though, is if he doesn't have to use it, he doesn't have to charge us for it, but.
I'm not even.
Like on one page.
Look, I own my generator. I own a 500 kW generator.
Right.
I can charge you for it, I don't have to charge you for it. In this case, I only put the number there because I was asked in the quote to make sure that is an additional line item for the generator. It's not saying that that cost is going to be included in my price.
Right.
The total cost, $240,000. Total to me is what it's going to cost.
Right.
The generator is additional, and it's not going to be used, so I'm not charging you for it.
Like I said, Mr. Moore, I'm just curious, because like I just want to make sure that it was calculated in that thing.
All right, okay, we got a motion by Mr. Tom, we got a second by Ms. Janice, so we need a.
Subject to court approval, needs to be
Subject
added.
to court approval. We need to call for a vote, Ms. Amanda.
Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion passes.
You think the state has put a bug in the system to make you have to roll call vote?
Seriously, because it says that it's digital. Here we are.
All right, the next is consider low quote of Sharkey Mechanical Services LLC of $176,061 for Amite Elementary School electrical service rebuild.
So move.
Second.
Question, it says on the paper 174, I think you said 176. Is that a different?
I may have spoken wrong, it's
Okay, okay. I was
174,061.
making sure.
Any questions? Motion by Mr. Toller, second by Ms. Janice, and call for a vote, Ms. Amanda.
Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yep.
Ms. Dominguez?
Present, I mean here. I mean, yes.
Mr.
I didn't
Duncan?
distract you.
Yes, you did.
Mr.
I was still
Duncan?
thinking about
Yes.
176.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, next, Mr. Muse got quotes for Ponchatoula High School varsity football lockers, recommending the low quote of $84,968 for Louisiana School Equipment Company.
I make a motion to accept this bid, this quote, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure.
Just shut you out, Trent, you didn't get the motion to say.
I got it. Look, we got it. Look, you get the next one.
You gotta go quick.
A motion by Ms. Dominguez, second by Mr. Joey. All right. Any questions?
And third by Mr. Anthony.
And third by Mr. Anthony.
I got third.
You can get
All
on
right.
there.
But requested by
Call
Mr.
for
Anthony.
vote, Ms. Amanda. Joey.
Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion carries.
The next item, I'd like to introduce the State Principal of the Year.
I always have to say that she got her start at Laranji. I'll just remember that.
She ended up at Ponchatoula.
Thank you so much. So There's a need, of course, for Ponchatoula High School to have a card system in order to unlock doors, to ensure safety, to make sure that people that worked there many, many moons ago still can't access the building, which they can from their master key, which is becoming an issue. So we did receive a quote from Nortec, and I have these fellows here to help explain the system, but it is for security. We'll also use that system for students to scan, to go into the restroom, so we have an accurate record based on time and who is in the restroom in case we have any mischief that's happening. There's also a feature on the system where if a door is left unlocked, we will get an alert, which is an incredible safety mechanism for us at the Green Wave, considering we are so big. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to.
This is small capital outlay money in schools.
Yeah, does anybody have any questions about
This will,
proposing to do?
I'm sorry, oh, go ahead if I cut you off.
I'm Michael Thornhill with Nortec, and we're looking to install door access control, vape sensors in the restrooms, and cameras that will monitor those entrance exits. That system can be monitored remotely, so in the grand scheme of things, if this system gets deployed to other schools, you want to mark a person as a person of interest, and they show up any of those sites, it can generate an alert and be sent to that security team. As it gets added to, say one person has one badge or use their phone to get into a building, they can easily be added to buildings A, B, C, and D without having to go to numerous different systems or different platforms.
That's what I was going to ask, if the ID badge will allow them access inside buildings, bathrooms, et cetera.
Yes, you can use a badge or you can use your phone.
Okay.
Which staff can make use of their
Can't use
phone.
their phones because they're not supposed to be out at any point.
Well, I mean the staff,
Right.
sorry.
Oh, okay.
Quick question, and I know we never want to have to think about this, but since we're on the topic, if there was an emergency on campus, does this system have the ability to do a complete lockdown where only staff can use it, or? So what happens is, say you've got someone on site, they steal someone's badge. They can use their phone or web browser to generate a lockdown, and we usually go through and say, hey, this lockdown is color, blue, white, depending on the situation, and that triggers alerts for that particular lockdown. When a lockdown happens, it won't lock someone out, but it keeps you from using a badge anywhere, with the exception of, say, you want the principal or a security team to have access. When it's in lockdown, those particular people can still make entry to the building, or fire department or police come on site, you give them access, their keys would work.
Question. On the locks, how many doors are you talking about roughly?
There's 18 doors.
18 doors, and you're talking about changing the door strike?
We would be electrifying the strike, so
Electrifying the strike?
we would be putting surface rim strikes at the push bar doors. There's a handful that would receive the single electronic strike for the single doors, like around the cafeteria and some of the gym doors.
And then moving forward, as we add doors to this system, do we have prices set, locked in, or is that something, can someone else work on your system, or is it proprietary to you alone?
Well, as long as the person holds the credentials or they're certified to work on the system, they could.
Somebody else can come in and add a door strike, a new door, and tie a system in?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is scalable, so with the cameras or sensors, it's not like, hey, we need to order a DVR or an 8-channel thing to plug some additional sensors in. It's like, hey, I'd like one more camera, we can add one more camera. I want to add a door, we can add a new controller, or add a strike to a current controller.
Yeah, these systems, I mean, North Oaks obviously has a system like this, and it is incredible to go in and we can manage it. And I can give a contractor the ability to go in from 7 to 4. If he has to work weekends, I can tell what day he can come in and what doors.
Yeah, the biggest goal is to try and make it a more proactive tool instead of a reactive tool. So you get to see something happening before it turns into something serious.
Yeah, actually, I can see us doing this on all the campuses. In fact, I commend you, Dr. Company, for even bringing this to our attention, because this would solve a lot of problems on our campuses, including what happens in our bathroom, in our restrooms.
Right.
I mean, that for me, that.
Yes, Ms. Rose?
Did you say, Dr. Kennedy, this is also part of the vape sensoring? Okay, so this will be in all the bathrooms?
Yes, ma'am.
And in the locker rooms, everywhere, all of them?
Right now, it's going to be, we got to put it for all the restrooms, not necessarily in portable buildings.
Okay.
Go away at gas stations.
And we did include the locker rooms in the gym.
And will that transport to the new, do they have to do anything in a new diagram for the 18 classrooms to adjust to this, or when that gets built, you just add to it?
We can add to it as long as
Okay.
we've got conduit and stuff in place or accessibility to it. That can always be added.
Okay, so do we need to make a motion on this because it's
I'd like
over
to make that
50,000? Okay, Rose
I will
makes a
make the motion
motion.
to accept this, it's from capital outlay, small capital outlay.
Second.
All right, so motion by Mr. Mingus, second by Mr. Piazza.
That small capital outlay, that can sustain that amount, or is that something that we need to look at since it is a safety thing to? That's a lot. And I know that school's gonna have.
So that's what it's there for.
Mr. McNeely, is the small capital the same for all schools?
Per pupil.
Based on pupils.
It's per pupil, so whereas Dr. Carmelita may be able to afford it with what she has in hers, some of the other schools won't be able to afford it.
But she has a larger school.
She has a larger
I
school.
know, I understand. Some of the other schools won't be able to afford it, though.
They'll be able to afford it because their schools are smaller
So they'll be
door,
using
no, so many doors.
Fewer doors.
Right,
Okay, so, I mean, can we?
if that's what
can
they
we-
choose
can
to
we-
use it for.
Yeah, can we examine that and determine whether schools can afford this if they
Well,
decide?
the small
that they-
capital outlay usually comes from the principal's request. I think is how it's set
Yeah,
up.
I understand, but I'm just kind of laying out some groundwork here just in case the school wants to have it, but they don't have the funding.
So, let me ask you a quick.
Because they don't have the students.
Mr. McNeely, don't we have a fund set aside for safety and security?
Point of order. This is on the agenda to come out of the small capital outlay fund. If the board wishes to change it to come out of a different fund, it will need to be re-advertised and will delay the completion of this project.
No, we're not talking about doing that.
Well,
right
I think
now.
that's where I think he
That
was.
No, that's not, no. I'm just saying that I think it's an excellent idea.
It
But
is.
some of the other schools may not be able to afford it with their
If-
small
if-
capital outlay.
Ms. Stilley can get his name and contacts, you can send it to the principals and say, hey, Punch Tool is buying this out of small capital outlay, and give them the opportunity to meet with Mr. Thornhill.
Yeah, because I know Mr. Wallace would love to have
Yeah.
something
Well, it's
like
the same
that.
thing we've done with LED boards. When one school got it, everybody started buying LED signboards.
Every school.
It's a matter of where the principals put their resources.
Mr. Thornhill, is your information on this document here? Okay.
But I'm gonna have to say, if the system does decide to do this at all schools, then everybody else gets it through a different fund, and we've paid for it out of our fund, and that's not fair either,
Well, I
so.
just,
we
that's my point.
gotta-
You suggested they use their small
Yeah.
capital outlay if they're
We
interested.
agree.
Yeah.
That was my point.
Yeah.
All right,
I think Ponchatoula has bought their own, they spent their own capital outlay too to buy their, walk-through metal detectors as well, and I think some other schools didn't.
all right, we'll call for a vote. Ms. Amanda? Mm-hmm.
Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yep.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion carries.
There's nothing else to come before capital outlay, meeting adjourned.